now, in a good word, the city is a monopoly when it comes to water, and so that helps our ratepayers in that we have everybody at the table helping to pay into the system. If we Brett went over 4 options for the city council this morning, but there's a 5th one, which is do nothing, do none of the 5. And based on the council input today, we have 2 business decisions to make. I do as the CEO of the city. So while there's no vote today, I'm going to move forward with actions in 2 areas. One,
what is the GCA's expertise in Desal?
So I don't believe GCA has necessarily expertise in Desal. They're similar to, say, the city.
Okay.
We don't have expertise in Desal, but what they do is they bring in people who do. So they would have, in this scenario, they would have Kiewit, they would have, say, Friesen Nichols, and they could bring on either additional support to manage the project, or if they have personnel within GCA that can manage it. But again, just like us, they hire experts to perform the work.
Okay, and then from wastewater and now being a water provider, that's within a couple weeks. Did it tell you anything about that?
on the legal Kiewit contract, because we can't just string it along and it will terminate on the 30th. So either we, with certainty, terminate it so they can know to move on, and we can know we don't have a legal risk keeping a contract open that has requirements to fulfill. And then 2, and probably more importantly, the Texas Water Development Board loan. They have money in that account that we talked about.
Okay, so some context on those clips. The council is discussing options of continuing the Inner Harbor Desal project. They voted that down on September 2nd to terminate the contract with Kiewit, who was the contractor for the Inner Harbor project. So like initially when they're looking for water projects, it's like they select like the best options, and Inner Harbor was apparently the one that the city staff was recommending, but ultimately because of financial, environmental, social, and just other experimental risks and reasons, the city council voted 6-3 to not move forward with it, and hundreds of residents have spoken up in the last year. And now they're bringing it back to discuss the other contractors that weren't initially selected. So these were the bids that weren't as good, and they're apparently saying, oh, maybe the cost estimate will be less than the $1.2 billion initially. But there were concerns of more than the cost: environmental concerns, experimental, that a desal plant hasn't been done in a location like this, the fact that it was being built right in the neighborhood, and the fact that residents don't use the water that requires the need for these desal plants. The water isn't for residents. The city said we're not going to run out of water, and we have other solutions to meet what we need for residents, and we have what we need for residents. Industry uses more than 80% of the water. At the same time, they're getting huge property tax breaks. And GCA, as in the clip, they haven't done desal plants before. And so yeah, they're spending all this time and effort on something they already voted and decided on, and the state and these entities are just trying to shoulder them and strong arm them, and propaganda them into thinking they need this project. So let me know your thoughts, but it's crazy. Tune into the YouTube if you're watching this now. It's probably still going. But City Council, October 7th, October 14th, October 21st. And we're in this situation with the financial stuff in this mess because the city moved forward without getting consent from the public. The public never voted on this, and they got all these loans and money that they have, financial contract and interest and penalties on, because they got this money and are moving forward with this project without asking the public. So it's their fault that we're in this situation with the money.